afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. A request for witness protection for the family of the student who was brutally attacked and severely injured at the Southeast Port of Spain Secondary School earlier this month has been denied. This after senior police officials confirmed they failed to meet the criteria. CNC3 News understands the father of the 17-year-old, who is a police officer, applied for the family to receive police protection following the incident on July 3rd. The victim suffered a fractured nose, broken tooth, blood clots in the eyes, and other injuries. The father reportedly expressed concerns about being denied protection and spoke of the fear and possible backlash they were facing following the incident. Now responding, Deputy Commissioner of Police Intelligence and Investigations Suzette Martin said while the concerns raised by the family were thoroughly reviewed and treated with the seriousness they warrant, the threat level identified did not satisfy the threshold for full protection under the program. However, Martin added appropriate alternative measures are in place to ensure their safety and security. 3 students involved in the attack have been suspended. Meanwhile, relatives of Jamie Mohammed have finally received DNA confirmation that the decapitated body found in Siparia is hers. Police informed the family on Saturday, but they still have to wait to put her to rest, as an autopsy is expected to be done tomorrow. The 44-year-old was last seen on October 18th when her common-law husband dropped her off at a bar in Siparia. He reported her missing on November 11th. 3 days later, a hunter found her body near Murray Trace. The family members suspected it was Mohammed's body based on items of clothing found. Finance Minister Dave Tanku says more will be revealed about the decision taken to halt the rollout of Central Bank's new $100 polymer note. Last week, the central bank said its contracted printer had been instructed to stop the printing, design and preparation of the new notes until further notice. The new note was supposed to feature the redesigned coat of arms to include the steel pan. However, questioned outside Parliament on Monday, Minister Tanku said an update is forthcoming but did not provide a timeline. He also indicated that an investigation into the payment of fees in U.S. currency to artists for the One Caribbean Music Festival last month was ongoing.
The Ministry of Finance is working very closely with the police service with regards to that investigation.
According to the event's organizers, Vibes Cartel had received $950,000 before his decision to pull out of the concert. The incident raised questions about access to foreign exchange. Citizens, including business owners, expressed their frustration. Alistair Guevara will be sworn in as TNT's Commissioner of Police in an historic handing over parade at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Commissioner-elect Guevara topped the merit list, coming out on top of 10 other candidates. The outgoing acting Commissioner, Junior Benjamin, will pass the baton to the 49-year-old during a formal ceremony at the Police Academy in St. James. Dignitaries, including the Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, and the Defense Minister, Wayne Sturge, are expected to be in attendance. President of the Agricultural Society, Dal Rampersad, is advocating for all farmers affected by last week's flooding to be compensated. Rampersad says while some farmers have the necessary documentation to claim for their losses, others do not. But Rampersad says they still have legitimate claims.
We have a huge percentage of the farming population that is either on squatting land or rented land at the same time. And this percentage will not be able to benefit from the agricultural incentive program. They will not be able to make a claim because of the criteria. And this is something that we have been lobbying for over the past couple of years, to give consideration to all farmers that are in production.
And Rampersad says the agriculture industry is in dire need of quality control. He says there are currently no checks and balances other than advisory notes from the Ministry of Health to ensure that the food reaching our tables are fit for consumption. Rampersad believes some farmers without land tenure may use unethical measures to recuperate from their losses.
In most cases, there's nobody that deals with the monitoring of this type of produce to ensure that it doesn't reach into the market. And I would say it's rather unfortunate for the farmers, because as a farmer, if this is all you have, a farmer will try his best to salvage what he could to raise the necessary funds to move on as a sole trader. So in most cases, what you would see sometimes is some of the produce coming into the market. And we need to be mindful at the same time that this produce, as much as we support our farmers, could be contaminated produce as well due to the floodwaters.
And Rampersad adds that consumers can expect to see increases to the cost of produce due to the recent floods. The government is seeking parliamentary approval for a $455 million boost to the Ministry of Education's budget. Education Minister Dr. Michael Dowlath told the Standing Finance Committee that the additional funding forms part of a clear and integrated strategy aligned with the National Development Plan. He said the request addresses long-standing financial gaps left by years of neglect under the previous People's National Movement administration. Close to $300 million of the sum will go towards recurrent expenditure, targeting staffing, stabilization, overdue salaries and allowances, and vital student support. Dowlath said more than 20,000 vulnerable students would benefit from book grants, while universities would finally receive arrears owed to academic and administrative staff. He defended the move as a responsible and necessary correction of past failures.
Mr. Speaker, this supplementation is another example of responsible fiscal management, where this government corrects the deficiencies left unaddressed by the previous administration, while ensuring that our students, teachers, and institutions receive the support they need to maintain stability, security, and quality in the delivery of education.
Responding to the opposition's questions, Dowlath said $37 million from the proposed sum is earmarked strictly for the salaries of 6,565 secondary school officers. He clarified that none of this portion will go towards upgrades, increments, or allowances. The full payment, he added, is expected to be made in the next fiscal year. The Education Minister said the supplementation tackles inherited deficits and provides stability to core education services. The funds will also cover outstanding contracts for services such as janitorial operations. Parliament is expected to vote on the measure later this week. Let's take a quick break.
Get the best in affordable eyewear. Frames with blue filter lenses and eye exam, $399. Single vision lenses with transitions on designer frames, $799. Progressive transitions with designer frames, $1,399. Happening only at Seaview Optical. Affordable eye care for
Ready to
everyone.
turn heads and steal the spotlight? Then head to Rosari Bridal Couture, your all-in-one fashion destination for every celebration. From stunning bridal lehengas to simple everyday shalwas, sparkling jewelry, affordable kids wear, stylish Muslim clothing, and even puja essentials. We've got it all under one roof. Get free footwear with any bridal outfit and get free matching bangles with kids wear. Need the perfect fit? Our in-house tailor is here for you. We're open 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just take the Southern Highway to Brentwood, Chaguanas and call 723-9099 for more info. Rosari Bridal Couture, where fashion meets celebration, all inclusive.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Welcome back. Siddiqui Guerra's 28 points led Straker Nets to a blowout win over Togetherness when the Kelvin Roberts North Zone basketball continued over the weekend.
Straker Nets clad in white met Togetherness looking for their second win in 2 matches in the Kelvin Roberts North Zone Basketball League. Togetherness was first on the board though, with Dominic Nick finishing beneath the rim. But in no time at all, Straker found rhythm, relying heavily on their quality outside shooters like Siddiqui Guerra, combining that effectively with finishing in the paint by Alistair Martin. Guerra knocked down another big 3 as Straker continued to pull away in this one, but not without Togetherness trying their best to make a game of it. Nick double faking and Euro-stepping through the opposition defense. Despite his best efforts, however, Straker continued to find the bucket with ease. Jarrell Durbal with 2 of his 14 points on the night. They led in all quarters, 25-7 at the end of 1, 48-17 at the end of 2, and 75-19 heading into the 4th quarter. Guerra scored a game-high 28 with Durbal's 14, contributing to a massive 97-28-point win over Togetherness. For the latter team, Timothy Belgrave led them in scoring with 11. Earlier, in an under-17 clash, Spartans in black and red took on Royalty, with Spartans bossing this one from beginning to end. They benefited tremendously from the scoring of Idris Martin, who knocked down 5 threes and a game-high 28 points. They ramped to an 81-64-point win For Royalty, Jason Best led the way with 17 points and Jabari Goodluck scored 10. Sunday's third game saw Mova Oilbirds edge the Defence Force 65-64.
Thank you very much, Jasi. Let's take another break.
Rudy celebrates 10 years with his one-man show, Love Is. June 21st and 22nd at Queen's Hall. One children show, two adult shows, one hilarious weekend. So wait, who on this Love Is show? Apple, Wetty, Flicky, Jessica, Cherise, Maya Kai, Mr. Trevor, Miss Janice. Alrighty, rock. Wait, I'm not hearing my name. We have John Paul from Canada, Penelope from Belmont, and Cecilia from Digo. I'm still not hearing my name. Tickets available at Dorman Shoe Store, Beachology, Mokorapa Road, Gate Square Stores, Eastgate Mall, Brentwood Plaza, The Falls at West Mall, C3 Center, San Fernando, Electronics Arima, Queen's Hall Box Office, and online at islandetickets.com. All year Roddy only using me and I'm not in the show who he feel I is. Bubbly Builder. For more info, call 376-5699 or 683-4843.
Get ready to sail back in time with Vibe City 105 FM. On the Labor Day holiday, June 19th, we're taking Retro Thursday to the seas. Retro Rewind. Join us on board the Harbor Master. Boarding at 9 a.m. And we set sail from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
On the boat ride, man, me go out.
Get your tickets now for just $250.
All cashier outlets, Guardian Media offices,
and online at islandetickets.com.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Dominica's Education Minister Octavia Alfred has confirmed that no one was injured when the concrete roof structure for the auditorium of the Dominica Grammar School collapsed on Monday. In a statement, Alfred said the roof collapsed during the ongoing construction work. She said the construction area is secure and separate from school operations. Alfred noted that classes and other activities continue as normal. Over in the U.S., a North Carolina store clerk is recovering after he was shot in the arm, but his injuries could have been far worse. Surveillance video of the shooting shows the clerk dodging one of the gunshots that could have hit him in the head. Here's more from CNN.
The career clerk looked like a superhero blocking a speeding bullet. The gun was almost in his face.
I thank God. It was God.
Scotty Floyd actually opened the door for the man who nearly took his life at the Jacob Food Mart on Marietta Street Friday. He didn't know the man had a gun, but he noticed he kept his sunglasses on and a hoodie pulled over his head.
I knew the guy was up to something, and that probably saved my life, too.
Floyd says the man didn't demand money or make a threat. He asked for CBD cigarette products.
When I seen the silver of the gun, I knew what he was doing.
That shot lodged in his forearm, breaking 2 bones, but it didn't go any farther.
Oh, he just shot me dead between the eyes.
Floyd ducked down behind the counter.
He tried to shoot again, but the gun didn't shoot.
He feared the man was going to come behind the counter and keep shooting. Instead, the suspect ran. Police say he went to Forest City, about 40 miles west. They say he shot and nearly killed another man at an event downtown that same day.
Let's check in now with Jamak Rampasad for your afternoon weather forecast.
This morning, sunny conditions were interrupted by a few light to moderate showers, mainly over Trinidad. Now for the remainder of the day, we can expect a few more showers this afternoon with a mostly fair night. Then tomorrow, we can expect the passage of a tropical wave, which will bring the chance of a few heavy showers and isolated thunderstorms. I'll have more details on the tropical wave as it approaches in updates this afternoon and tonight.
Well, thank you for joining us for a look at the day's developments so far. We'll have these stories and much more in our major newscast at 7 p.m. today. Until then, have a great day.